Up
Deciding frame.
with 67
to break.
to win the decider on the black at Gary Wilson's expense. Will this all-important fifth frame be just as dramatic? We can't say it's just as important because both of these two are in the playoffs already. But it could decide who goes into the playoffs as the table topper.
Well, just trump one. Foul and a miss. Just trump four.
Well short of pace. Red left on.
One.
Just glanced that red on the way up for the blue, so the wrong side. One good shot. And it'll be perfect. Don't know where that's going to get there. But he's got a shot, so.
Six.
This is again. He has these for breakfast. So, one good shot and he's in.
Seven.
Not perfect there, but he has got an angle if he wants to go into him. Screw into the reds. He might knock a red over the corner. He's trying to do. Didn't catch the middle one, so not exactly worked out how he wanted
40.
it. Caught that red on the left as we looked at it from the black spot. He wanted to catch the right hand side of it, and he would have probably knocked a red towards him.
You might think, well, why didn't he hit the black harder? But these players open up the reds, sometimes through force, yes, but most of the time through making the precise contact they want to on a particular ball.
Definitely, sometimes you are using a bit of pace, but most of the time it's a cannon you're playing, because through experience, if you hit that one red, you've got a chance of moving others. So it's not as much as luck as it looks at times. That's why your best of the best seem to be luckier. Ronnie O'Sullivan always gets a good split because he most of the time always plays the cannon perfectly. So yes, there's always that's when you see players looking at the pack. That's what they're looking for. That correct contact point.
So Trump was left with a really smelly red, which just grazed that near jaw.
Well,
Yeah, he looked like he thought it was in at the start, but that's perfect. Great chance now. These are positions you dream for, really. Not a red touching. Everything goes.
No.
I always think if you're going to have 10 minutes practice prior to a match and you throw the balls on the table, this is how you'd throw them.
Exactly that, yes. but you will still see sometimes it go wrong.
60.
It can happen.
We
hit that line. hit that the right jaw. Wide didn't move for him. All of a sudden now he's got a shot that's missable.
$24. 25.
Highest break in the match so far for Higgins, a very modest 49. He's got the opportunity to obliterate that.
$32. 33.
I think John's got a lovely tempo to his strike.
39.
Very repeatable.
40.
Obviously works very well for him.
Dominic was making the observation yesterday that he thought his bridge hand was closer to the cue ball than it has been in the past. Have you noticed?
Yeah, sometimes he does get a bit closer. In fact, I was talking about it in the players' room.
46.
Generally, players as they go through the career get shorter in that respect, get closer to the white, maybe
47.
just trying to be compact. I think it's just sometimes players just have they're not actually consciously changing things. Things just change on their own, really. But only John knows that. But his question's been very similar now for quite a while. But at the end of the day, he repeats it, and that's all you need.
54.
I say that a lot with my coaching that I'm doing a bit of now. You've got to try and find something you can repeat, and whatever that is, it doesn't really matter. If you're comfortable with it, and then you can just, like I say, redirect your attention on actually playing.
$60.
How
is the coaching going, Michael? Is it successful?
Yeah, it has been. I'm pleasantly surprised with the feedback I'm getting. It's good. I enjoy it as well. It's helping people, because I think being around the pro game for so long, where everybody's good, you forget how hard it is, and then obviously, working with amateurs that are trying to get better, and it's reminding me how tough some people find it. But it's everybody can improve. You just got to focus on the right things. But yeah, it's good.
And this is the kind of
67
frame and match ball even a novice would knock in.
68.
Yeah, they're the frame balls you want.
So we now know for sure that number one in the Group 4 round robin table will be John Higgins.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
Finishing top of the table, of course, is
75.
No guarantee of success in the playoffs. Ricky Walden was the table topper a couple of days ago in Group 3. He lost in the semi-finals of that group. And then this group has been frustrating for him. But Higgins, as he always is, a tough opponent to beat.
Yeah, he just always gives me the impression with John, he just keeps chugging forward and just keeps playing, and eventually he sort of, it will work out for
89.
him.
$92.
Higgins 2 balls away from what would be the 10th century of this group so far.
$96.
And surprisingly, given who's here, it would be the 1st century today.
They're not as good as they say they are, they feel, really.
Get that tongue out of the cheek.
107 the frame.
Very nice indeed, just as he did against Mark Selby last night. John Higgins reserves his best.